is not to be punished, since the slave is his property. This is not a mistranslation, it's explicit. Human beings treated as disposable possessions. And this wasn't just tolerated, it was codified as God's law. How can anyone read that and claim that this book is the highest source of morality? Passages like these are more than just embarrassing. They reveal that what we've been told is sacred truth is actually a patchwork of cultural rules, violent traditions, and human prejudices. It does not sound like the words of wise and compassionate beings. They sound like the reflections of men who lived in tribal societies trying to enforce power, control, fear. But when you put them side by side, the pattern becomes impossible to ignore. Another verse that usually gets crossed over is Leviticus 19:19. It says, you must not wear clothing woven of two different kinds of materials. So if you're wearing the cotton polyester blend, congratulations, you're breaking God's law. Now think about that. We're talking about a deity who supposedly created galaxies, stars, black holes, and all of nature. And he's deeply concerned about whether your shirt is made of mixed fabrics. This is where divine authority gets reduced to micromanaging. And in Deuteronomy 22 and 28 and 29, it says, if a man rapes a virgin who's not engaged, he must pay her father 50 shekels of silver, and then he must marry her. He's not punished. He's not executed. He's not even exiled. He just has to buy her from her father and keep her as his wife without the possibility of divorce. For the victim, it's a lifetime sentence of living with your rapist, and this is presented as justice. If a legal system today forced women to marry their rapists, we would all have a problem with that, right? But in the Bible, it's treated as holy. And another embarrassing instruction comes in Deuteronomy. Another one is in Deuteronomy 21 and 18 through 21. If a son is stubborn and rebellious, the parents are told to bring him to the elders of the city, accuse him, and then the men of the town are to stone him to death. This is not metaphor. This is direct commandments. A teenager with an attitude can legally be executed. That's the level of cruelty that the Bible opens up and sanctions. And when churches call the Bible the foundation of family values, they usually skip right past scriptures like this. In Exodus 22 and 18, the law is short and to the point. Do not allow a sorceress to live. It doesn't define what a sorceress is. It doesn't explain what counts as sorcery. It just demands execution. Verses like this fueled centuries of witch hunts and things like that. Thousands of women were tortured and killed because people believed they were obeying God's word. The embarrassing part is that this wasn't just some minor detail.